Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are from BML Rugby Pod. My name is Bryce Lang, as I actually come to you today on a very sad note from a South African point of view as to what's happening in the country as the Springboks play tomorrow, the South African A side against the British Lions. And now I am very worried, and I don't know, I'm feeling a whole lot of things at the moment. And in starting, let me give you a halftime score on the Australia-France game. France is leading 16 to Australia's 13. Okay, let's get into it. The scores and predictions for Friday. Currie Cup, we've got the Sharks versus the Pumas in Kings Park. Um, Prediction, given the way that the Pumas played last week and due to a loss, and the Sharks' game against the British Lions, I've got to give that to the Sharks to win. Saturday we've got the Griquas against the Bulls in Kimberley. The Bulls have just had lots of COVID cases within the camp, and the Griquas coming off an astonishing win against Western Province last week. So I've got to give that 50-50. 50 Griquas, 50 Bulls. Anyone can win there. Then on Saturday afternoon, you've got the Cheetahs against the Lions. Well, the Cheetahs coming off a win last week, and the Lions haven't played since the game against the British and Irish Lions. I've got to give that to the Cheetahs. Okay, National Rugby League, round number 18. On Thursday, you've got the Titans against Parramatta Eels at Skilled Park in Robina. You've got to give that game to. It could go anyway, but my head says Parramatta Eels. Then on Friday, you've got the Sea Eagles against the St. George Illawarra Dragons at Brookvale Oval. Sea Eagles are currently the form team at the moment, with the Trebojevic brothers on fire for the team, but I doubt they'll be available due to the State of Origin final game happening tomorrow. So I'll give that one to the Sea Eagles. On Saturday, Raiders host the Cronulla Sharks in Canberra. Raiders as well, coming off a loss last week, and both the Sharks coming off losses. It could go either way there. That's for Saturday morning. Cowboys versus Roosters, that's an obvious gimme to the Sydney Roosters, because they'll have the likes of James Tedesco back, Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, etc., etc. And then followed by the Storm versus the Newcastle Knights. Now that could also be a gimme, because they've got the likes of Ryan Pappenhuisen and Cameron Munster and so forth and so forth. Followed by the Warriors versus the Panthers. Now I'm actually in a bit of a tiff there, because a friend of mine actually supports the Panthers, but let's just give it, because the Panthers are actually on a crest of a wave at the moment. So I give it to the Panthers. Then followed by the Broncos against West Tigers. Both teams are in a bad run of form right now, so I'll give it to Broncos at Suncorp. Then the Super League round 12. On Thursday, you've got the Hull Derby. Hull is split in half. You've got Hull Kingston Rovers versus Hull FC. It could go either way there, but to be fair, you've got to give it to the team that's higher on the log, that be Hull FC. Excuse me. Then on Friday, Friday, you've got Catalan Dragons against the Leeds Rhinos. Catalans are currently at the summit of the table, and Leeds are also in the top half of the table. So that could be a good game to watch, but you've got to give it to Catalans as they are the stronger team at the moment. And then you've got Salford against Wakefield. You've got to give it to Wakefield because their position on the log is higher, and their form is very good. Then the last game on Friday night, you've got Wigan against Huddersfield. You've got to give that one to Wigan as well. But you know, it's just like the bounce of the rugby ball. Anything can happen on the day. And due to Saturday and Sunday, there are no games, as there could be buys or could be postponement. So people, that's my updates for the weekend's rugby. You've also got the test rugby. You've got New Zealand versus Fiji. That could be a gimme for New Zealand, but that could be a gimme for New Zealand. Then you've got the Australia-France final. Depending on what happens today, it could set up for a good showdown between the Wallabies and the French. And then from a South African point of view, where as far as the British Lions concerned, they play their final franchise game against the Stormers. Well, that game there too, I'm also in a bit of a knot, because Stormers fans, I know they will be expecting to win, but judging by the class of the British Lions, you've got to say that it should be a Lions win all the way. So members, people, watch your games, enjoy the games, and guys, I'll be back with you for another week fixture list and updates on Monday afternoon. Thank you very much, people, and enjoy the games.